This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Good evening and welcome. In a country of 1 billion plus people, you can imagine narrowing down a handful of achievers or even overachievers, if you can call them that, isn't always easy. God knows we have some big achievers with us on the program tonight, and also a very enthusiastic audience as the countdown begins to the NDTV Indian of the Year Awards. We're, of course, in Chennai, trying to put our finger on the pulse of the people here and also to find out who Chennai believes should be the Indian of the Year.
That's right. Good evening, everybody. You know, there's a term in Indian television journalism. It's called Vox Pop. And that, of course, means to get the opinion of a common man. And having traveled much in the South, one can say easily for a fact that Chennai is one place a journalist would find easiest to get a Vox Pop, because just about everybody here has an opinion on just about everything under the sun, isn't it? So this is the best opportunity to do that. Here we are to try and understand from the people of Chennai and from the faces of Chennai, the big faces of Chennai, who they think should be the Indian of the Year. Let me introduce the panel to you. To start with Vishwanathan Anand, Grandmaster. Thanks very much for being here. You're just back from Bangalore and back from a public meeting almost from Madurai is Karthi P. Chidambaram, AICC member and the son of the Union Home Minister. And sorry, I'm introducing the lady last, Khushbu, a favorite actress for many here, and of course who's today also a politician. So that's the panel who represent Chennai best, one would believe.
Right, let's get started right away. Karthi, let me start by asking you, it's been a year where perhaps India's politicians really need to introspect, a year which perhaps many of them haven't really shown them up in very good light. Would you agree with that?
I think public confidence in elected officials all over the world is waning. And I think because of 24/7 television and constant media scrutiny, I think the warts are showing up a lot more. Yes, it's been a rather disappointing year for people in public life in India. People are losing confidence about decision makers and about opinion makers. It's not only confined to politicians. I think the malaise is spreading. So pretty much anybody in public life is not trusted anymore. It's not merely an Indian phenomena, as you see what's happening perhaps in the Arab world right now. We need to win back the public trust, and I don't see that happening overnight, though.
Right. Khushbu, of course, many would like to ask if you would wonder if this was the right time to be in the business that you are now with the political party. But of course, if the buzz is correct and you do fight against Jayalalitha and you do win, you could, of course, be one big Indian of the Year for next year.
I think it's too early to point out as to what position I'll be holding in the party. I'm just a primary member, like many other primary members in the party. Like Karthi pointed out, it's not been a very stellar year. It's not been a great year for anybody in public life. But I would like to bring it to the notice that what has been happening, I don't know why my party has been put on par with others. I mean, they're the only one who's been put up on the pedestal and say, hey, look at them, this is what they're doing. The issue which has taken the entire country by storm, I think there are too many issues involved in it. It's just one person has been pointed out because he happened to be in that position then. But I think since this issue is into the with the CBI and into the court, so I think we will not discuss that. But any given day, I would have still chosen DMK as my party because I believe in the ideologies. I have seen their work, and I know the amount of good work what they have done for the people of Tamil Nadu. So it's not about the current situation, or if I had to choose between the parties now, I would have still said that I will go with DMK, not anybody else.
Anand, do you really follow the kings and queens in this political checkered business?
Well, of course, I do. But, I mean, for Indian of the Year, I cannot even narrow down a list of a single sportsperson, I think. But one trend that I found very interesting last year was the rise of the female athlete or the female sportsperson.
Right.
So there's Mary Kom in boxing, Saina Nehwal, Harika, she's improved a lot in chess. And then what at least surprised me, I hadn't really been aware of it before, was all these female athletes from Haryana suddenly
In your face, really.
yeah,
Yes.
in the Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
And that made me very, very happy.